My name is Douglas, and this is my resolution tracker. And that Hamilton event that I mentioned yesterday was not as fun as I was hoping it was going to be. For one thing, the whole idea of the event seems to be let's gather a bunch of people who really know the Hamilton soundtrack because they're really big fans of the show. And I don't really know the soundtrack. I love the idea of the event, but I'm not really familiar with it. So I was hoping I could just kind of go and listen, but that felt weird because I'm in a big crowd of people who are all singing along. And that brings me to kind of the second issue that I had with the event, which is that I couldn't hear the people singing. So they sold a separate singing event, and I can't remember if it was a different price than the general admission. I paid the general admission, so I'm not sure. But when you paid for a singing ticket, you had to sign up for the songs that you were going to perform. Now, there were, I guess, a minimal number of singing tickets, and so a lot of people were on stage for many, many songs. But the idea was that you were coming to sing and perform the song and be heard by people who really enjoyed Hamilton. But I couldn't hear them. The audience was all trying to sing along, which was especially problematic when they were doing Guns and Ships. So there was a woman of color, one of very few people of color who were actually at the event, who was on stage rapping as Lafayette in Guns and Ships. And she was amazing. And I could barely hear her because a lot of people were drunkenly trying to do the lyrics and they just couldn't keep up because, not that you can't white if you rap if you're white, but it's a little uncomfortable because Hamilton was written by a man who kind of acknowledged that there's not a lot of opportunities for people of color in musical theater, and here's a bunch of white people who were taking over this show. Not the point. Anyway, I didn't really have fun, and I think it's a little weird that this is an event that happens multiple times a month, apparently, because it doesn't change. It's all the same idea. You pay for a ticket, either a singing or a jelly. Wouldn't that get boring over time? I don't really want to go back, but my friend who runs Musical Monday made this comment like, next time we'll come and we'll sing together. It's fine. I'll try to learn things. Jonathan Groff is a nice musical theater vocal match for me, so maybe I'll grab one of the King George songs. I don't know, but it's not really fun. It would be a great idea to do a series where you kind of do this for a bunch of musicals, a series where you do a musical theater group and get everybody who's interested in musical theater to come and do this. Because it's not a big space, there's not a lot of room. The tickets sold out pretty quickly for this one. So I get Hamilton's really popular right now, but they sort of run through it. They just kind of play the soundtrack, you go on stage, and you just keep going. There's no sort of pauses, there's no introductions, it's just go, 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 go. Cool. Imagine if they did that with something like Anything Goes or Wicked, where you just kind of play the soundtrack and go. Granted, those have shorter soundtracks, but nonetheless, that's a fun idea that I don't know that anybody's really going to take advantage of. Best we can do is the Musical Mondays that I go to. In any case, I've rambled and ranted for far longer than I probably should have, so I'm going to go. This has been my resolution tracker, and I'll see you tomorrow.